Well, hi Sung, nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Andrew. Nice to meet you.
So I'm Andrew. I'm from Dorkaholics, where we believe there is a dork in everyone, and it is our responsibility to bring that dork out into the world.
hmm
Um,
I'm definitely a dork, so we're in the same company, good company.
right.
Yeah.
Um, I watched the movie. It was so fun and entertaining, and I just want to say the first thing I noticed was the werewolf, or not the first thing, but in the middle of it, the werewolf transformation scene in the movie. It just felt very nostalgic to me because it reminded me of one of the most classic scenes in the American Werewolf in London, that
hmm
transformation scene. So I don't know if that might have been an inspiration at all, but I loved seeing that. And I just kind of want to know what is kind of your take on with the rapid growth of technology and everything as well too. With do you believe practical VFX will continue to hold like a foundation in the horror genre, or do you feel like there'll be a shift in completely using computer graphics and everything?
Well, first to address the American Werewolf in London, I mean, you hit it on the nail. We were definitely giving homage to Rick Baker's work in American Werewolf in London. When people ask me, like, what was a look or, a inspiration for Shaky Shivers, it was definitely American Werewolf in London. And that transformation scene was, super exciting for us because we wanted to give homage to that film. And Gabe Bartalis, who actually was a disciple of Rick Baker, who did our visual effects. Really, under the circumstances with, limited resources, really helped us bring that scene to life. And I have to give credit to Brooke Markham because the performance actually sold it. Like we did not have much time. I mean, I think in American Werewolf in London, from the behind the scenes footage, they had several days to do that scene, and we had several hours. So, without Brooke, the actress, and Gabe, our visual effects, guru, there was no way we could have accomplished that in that day. And to segue into your question about technology taking over practical effects. I do feel people like Gabe Bartalis and Rick Baker, this is a craft that is dying. It's not appreciated anymore. And, things are being replaced with CG, and computer graphics. And I mean, even the Fast and Furious movies, we used to do a lot of the driving practically, but they don't even allow us in the cars anymore. I mean, there's safety issues, but technology has been able to take over, and a lot of times, and it's good for and for bad. I mean, it's safer, um, and sometimes you feel like it's actually me driving the car, but it does take that visceral feeling away, and you know, I I think, what was exciting for Shaky Shivers is that we get to celebrate people like Gabe Bertalis, this craftsman, this master of his craft, this, field of work that is slowly dying in Hollywood, due to, I think, cost and time. It feels, I think people think that it's just easier to do it with technology. And it's very unfortunate, so I feel like Shaky Shivers is not only an homage to, movies like American Werewolf in London, but it is, a homage to people like Gabe Bartalis, this dying craft, if you will.
Thank you for that answer.
Sure.
Um, and one of the last questions I kind of want to ask was, I know that you are a car enthusiast, but might not be as widely recognized that you're also a collector of watches as well too. And I read in past interviews you shared that you choose watches based on the design and story behind them, and a watch should represent have a story that represent the individual's journey. So if you could choose a watch to represent your journey with Shaky Shivers, which one would it be and why?
That's a great question. I mean, I guess on the top of my head, it would be a Swatch watch from the 80s. We didn't have much money growing up, so when swatches were like the in thing, and they had these like rubber like bands that came as accessories, and all the popular kids and all the kids with money had like a vast collection of swatches. I had this like simple, just like really dorky, if you will, like cheap swatch that nobody wanted. It was black and it just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 12. There was no color to it. I remember at the store, nobody wanted it. And I would go back to that because, it represents, my childhood. It represents the days that I was walking and taking my bicycle to the video store and renting movies like American Werewolf in London. I mean, they shouldn't have let a little kid rent that movie, but they did because I was friends with the video store clerk. But I would definitely go and seek that watch out.
I just want to finish up and just say, I wanted to recognize you as just one of the handful of Asian actors that kind of helped, transform the Asian male narrative in Hollywood entertainment in such a tremendous way. And, through all of your performances, I believe it really helped instill a lot of confidence in young Asian men everywhere, including me. So just thank you so much for everything that you've done. And I can't wait for the world to see Shaky Shivers and, just want to see more of your work as well, continue as a director.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for your kind words. That means so much to me because we need these words, to keep the wind beneath our wings because, this business is challenging and, it means so much to me, what you just said. And I'll keep trying to, like be better as an artist and as a human being. And, I'm not going anywhere, Andrew. So I have more stories to tell. So thank you for your support.
Can't wait. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you.